Resto Mod 101.
Hey, welcome back to Resto Mod 101. Today we're at the Mecum Motorcycle Auction in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're going to show you how this whole process works. How to register, how to bid, should you be here if you're buying a bike, should you do it online? Let's go check it out. Oh my. Being here is like being a kid in a candy store. I mean, they have everything from BSAs to Nortons to Triumphs to Aprilia to Ducati to Harley Davidson. Everything under the sun. All right, we're in. We're at the auction. Look at these amazing bikes. Let's get up close. Look at the sign. Okay, looks like you got to register to bid before you can get in close and check out these bikes. So let's figure out how to do that. If you're here to watch the auction live, just walk up to that registration booth and one of those helpful people will take care of you. And if you're stuck at the blackjack table, they even let you register online. Let's check that out. All right, here's the Mecum Auction website. Click motorcycles, scroll down, click register to bid. Now, you have 3 different ways to bid: in person, on the phone, or online. So what you do, if you're going to be there in person, scroll down, select the auction tab right here. You're going to pick which auction you want to go to, right? So pick the auction and then click register to bid right underneath that. If you want to bid on the phone for that auction, same process. Select the auction, click register to bid. If you want to bid online for that auction, select the auction and click register to bid. These guys make it easy. All right, here's some basic auction tips. Number 1, make sure you're bidding on the right bike. Each bike has an item number. They're going to call that out on stage. Make sure you write it down, you know your item number, and compare that with what they're saying on stage before you start to bid. If you bid on the wrong bike and you're the winning bidder, guess what? You just bought the wrong bike. Now, there's 2 types of auctions. There's reserve and no reserve auction. What that means is if it's a reserve auction, the seller says, I'm not going to sell this bike for any less than X amount. If it's a no reserve auction, they're saying, I'm rolling the dice and the highest bidder wins. If you bid $10 on that bike and it sells and you're the winning bidder, guess what? You just got the deal of the century. Now, here's one thing you got to do. Know your budget. How much are you willing to spend on that bike? Don't forget, you got to add a buyer's premium. That's what the auction house charges for all the work they do and all the expenses they have to put this auction on. And you're going to have to pay some transportation costs unless you happen to live in the city where that auction is. All right, see that big display over his head with the price? That's not exactly the current auction price. It's close, right? So if he has a bid for $5,000 and suddenly $5,500 shows up, that's showing you what he's trying to get now. You may hear someone scream in the back, "Aye," or something like that, thinking, oh, someone else just bid that? They're kind of just riling up the crowd sometimes. So be patient, be careful, but don't wait too long, because if that gavel comes down, you may have just missed your dream bike. So what do you want to look for when you're buying a motorcycle? First, know what you want to buy. If you're saying, I want to get a Norton from this year to this year because I love that body style, look for that specific bike. Now, sure, sometimes you're at one of these auctions and you see a bike you've never ever seen before and you absolutely fall in love with it and you gotta have it. That happens. I'm guilty of it. But if you found the bike you're looking for, don't be afraid to get up close to the bike. Lay down on the ground. Look underneath it. Do you see any oil dripping from the engine? Look at the chrome. Is it finished properly? Check the miles. How many miles are on that bike? Check the rubber on the bike. How are the tires? Are they cracked? Are they worn? Look at the hand grips. Do they look like they've been worked pretty hard? Look at the exhaust. Does it look like everything's fitted properly? Look, if you're buying a fixer-upper, most of those things don't really matter. Or if you have all the money in the world and you can pay to have it fixed and you're just in love with this bike, well, then bid away. All right, let's actually watch a bike cross the entire auction block. I love this Bultaco Bandito. It's gonna go for big bucks. It's absolutely perfect. So the bike will start off on the floor. This is your last chance to get up close and peek at it before it goes up the ramp and hits the auction block. Now, as soon as it goes up there, that's when the bidding starts. You can see the last bike that just sold for $17,000. Now this bike is item number F33, which you see in the top left-hand corner. The bidding's at 0, and here we go. I mean, the numbers just start flying. We're already at 5, 6, 7, 8 grand, just like that. 9. It goes really fast. The bike's rotating. You have people online bidding. You have people on the phone bidding. You have the people in the audience bidding. So action is coming from everywhere. This bike should probably go for at least over $15,000, maybe even up to $20,000. I mean, it's a perfect bike. So here's where you would be bidding. You'd be watching the monitor up at the top. Now, just because the bike rolls away doesn't mean the auction's over. That auctioneer is still going. He's at 16. He's pushing. He's at 17. Is it going to hit that 20 mark? 18. I mean, come on. 19? Boy, this bike is hot. Look at that. $21,000. Absolutely beautiful. 22. Okay. Way out of my price range. Oh, God, it kills me. It's a gorgeous bike. But look at that. That's how this works. You saw the process. You saw the guy talk the bike through. Numbers still going up. Oh my gosh, $26,000 for that bike. Absolutely beautiful bike. I'm sure that seller is going to be thrilled, and whoever ends up with that bike is going to be just as ecstatic. All right, let's say you got stuck at the restaurant or at the roulette table, and you come back to the auction, and oh no, the bike you wanted to bid on has already crossed the auction block. Well, you still might have a chance to get it. If the bike had a reserve and it didn't sell, it gets put into a category called the bid goes on. See that booth over there? You can walk over there, find the bike you want to bid on, put a written bid down, and you might still be able to win that bike. Good luck. Hey, if you learned something or enjoyed the episode, hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll know when our next episodes are going online.
Resto Mod 101.